Yes, yes, we should be live. Let's give it a couple minutes for everybody to tune in to the stream. Should officially be live. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, yes, welcome to. Today is officially Friday, one of the best days of the week for all of you watching today. Yes, today. We're going to be doing something very. Are we officially live? I think we're officially live now for all of you watching around the world. Thank you everybody for tuning in on this Friday. Thank you everybody for tuning in on this Friday. For all of you watching around the world, let me start by saying today. Yes, today. I'll be doing, yes, Arturo Fuente's The Eye of the Shark review, official review with a little bit of Michter'S limited edition whiskey. You guys see it on the screen. For all of you watching, if you have been watching on a weekly basis, we cook, we drink, we talk. And for a lot of you, today, look at this beautiful stick. This is Arturo Fuente's. And if you see in the back, there you go. Shout out to one of our ranches. He officially, here we go. Don Carlos, Eye of the Shark. Beautiful. This is a little bit harder to find. We're doing a stick that some of you probably can't find, but if you do find it, it should be something you should definitely buy. Arturo Fuente's is one of the more popular sticks out there, but this is, yes, Eye of the Shark. A little bit harder to find. Look at this. Beautiful thing. Beautiful stick. So for all of you watching, we're going to do that. And also, not only that, we are going to be, yes, we are going to be popping open the Michter'S limited edition, yes, limited edition toasted barrel finish. This is a toasted barrel finish, yes, one of the best, and I'm going to show you exactly if it's going to pair good. Also, I was able to finally find another one for a good price. Today, we're also going to be doing, we're going to do a little bit of a treat over here, right? This is going to be one of the few that we're going to be doing, but I'm going to say this for ahead of time. Let me just start by saying, okay, for all of you watching, huge shout outs in the chat room to all of you in the chat room. Thank you for being here on a Friday. I know today is almost like a holiday, but I can say officially that today, this is your day. Friday is your day. Enjoy the chat room, relax, and we're going to pair up this stick with we're going to pair this stick with a couple of the whiskeys. And for all of you, I'm really tuning in and looking forward to this. I really want to know what you guys think in the future when you do get it. I'm going to tell you if this is worth buying. And for some of you, price on this one should be about $30 if you get lucky. About $30 if you get lucky. But it's very hard to find. So I'm just going to say that. I don't think you're going to be able to find it in stores. But if you do find it in stores, you're lucky enough to get it, right? So we're going to talk about it. First off, let's start by popping this open. Cheers, all of you. A beautiful, look at this stick. Let's pop this open. Beautiful. Looks good. Let me nose this out. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the sides. Nice sides, and the sides are looking beautiful. The back, oof, look at that. That's a beautiful thing. Oof. This one smells like Smells like it has this. Whew, it's very, very. It's pretty strong. Just smelling it. Smells like it has spices. Ooh, smells like it has spices. So for all of you watching, Arturo Fuentes usually, most of their sticks have a good amount of spices. I know that many of you probably know about this brand, Arturo Fuentes. I usually see a lot of older men. Older men like to smoke up the regular brand and the cheaper ones, the Hemingway and a couple other ones out there that you can find at your stores. But Arturo Fuentes, one of the things that I've noticed on their blends mainly is that they are very, very pepper forward, baking spices, and most of the time they are very, very, very strong. Most of them. Some of them are nice and mild, but you have to get the right ones. This one over here, this is going to be a treat for all of you. We're going to be pairing up with the whiskey. And I did bring out OBSF. This is Four Roses Single Barrel OBSF. I don't think I did that in the last review on the Pappy Van Winkle. You can go check out that Pappy Van Winkle live stream that we did. So first off, let's get the tip. Let's get the tip. Beautiful. Let's get that tip, baby. Let's see how this is. I'm gonna see how the draw is. Oof! Oh, that is spicy. Holy Lord, that's spicy. I could taste the spices on here. That is ridiculous. What the heck did I just do? That is ridiculous. Insanely crazy. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Insanely crazy. Man, this is insane. So for all of you that go, how beautiful this is. Beautiful. Looks really good, but it does. I haven't even lit it up, and I do have a lot of, right now, a lot of spices. Oof. It's literally, it's banging up my tongue. It's banging up my tongue. That's really going to be incredible. Okay, here we go. Let's see the rest of this. Looks good. All right, good. All right, we're going to put this away. This is going to be a heavy hitter. I can already tell it's going to be a heavy hitter. Holy Lord. Okay, what are we going to pair this with? Let's start with something soft. Okay, we're going to start with something soft. So we're going to start off with, shout out to all the veterans. We're going to start off with, oh, by the way, we got an autograph here. We got an autograph here by the owner. A horse soldier. Here we go. This pop is open. And for some of you, this is shout out to all. Yes, this is a huge shout out to all our veterans, right? All our veterans. This pop is open. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Before anything, again, I did a little slanted cut on here, beautiful slanted cut. Arturo Fuentes. This is the Don Carlos. Don Carlos. The Eye of the Shark. So for all of you, let's light this up. Let's light this bad boy up. Let's light this bad boy up. Let's see if I can kill this thing here. Got a bug somewhere. Where'd it go? Oof. It's over there. I'm gonna get to it. Oof! Almost got that son of a gun. These things are quick. All right, let's go light this up. Ripper Cool, you know what time it is. We're number one. Okay, here we go. It's going to be the first puff of this beautiful, beautiful thing. First puff for all of you watching. Here we go, our first puff. Here we go. Arturo Fuentes, Don Carlos. Here we go. This is the eye of the shark. Here we go. Boom, boom. Oof. It's very much. You can tell there's a lot of spices in there. This is pretty heavy on the spices. Whoa. It's this is really gonna knock me back. Oof. We're gonna see, but I had a full meal, so here we go. Here we go again, and then we're gonna go on with the pairing of the whiskeys. Here we go. Man, this is insane. Over here, we're gonna let this cool off. Member for 2 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I'm gonna say over here, member for 2 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. And also, Hennessy Hendrix says just finished an Ashton VSG torpedo with a few glasses of cream of Kentucky cast strength. Enjoy the first night day of the weather of the year. Thank you so much, Hennessy. Huge appreciation, Hennessy. As a matter of fact, now that you say that, I was going to bring out the cream of Kentucky, but I thought, you know what, too many whiskeys on stream. Too many. So let me just start saying, that's a heck of a pour. I hope you enjoyed it, and also for a lot of you, this thing is really strong so far. Here we go. Let me tell you more notes. So far, I have a little bit of a turn up of spices, and I'm getting a little bit almost like a woody kind of. Here we go. Let's do this. Oof. It's getting so much better now. We're going to pair this up. We're going to pair this up with a little bit of whiskey. But I'm going to say this is actually really, really good. It's getting really, really good. Really, really good. Here we go. Let's go again. Oof. Oof. Wow. It's nice. Baking spices, good amount of baking spices. Oh, getting a heavy amount of baking spices. A little bit. I want to say like that humidor, kind of a cedar that you can really, really taste. I'm also getting just a tad bit of something in there that's starting to come out good. The construction so far, I just lit it up, and so far it's pretty good. We're gonna pair it up with a whiskey now, but before anything, I'm gonna do one more lick. This is phenomenal. I'm gonna say this right now for what this is, for what he's doing over there. This is phenomenal. Really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna start by doing this. We're gonna start by drinking a little bit. We're gonna pair it up with some whiskey now. So, first whiskey we're gonna pair it up with Horse Soldier. Horse Soldier, the first whiskey. Here we go. Here we go. Let's drink a 7. And for all of you watching, I'm going to make sure that you know Super Chats are active. You can send Super Chats around the stream whenever you want to. Next to where you're typing, there's a money sign. Any kind of money sign you could send. The bigger the money sign, the longer it stays on the screen. And for all of you, here we go. Let's drink us up. Huge shout outs to Hennessy. Okay, I just drank that whiskey. That whiskey is actually the perfect whiskey. We just paired this up just now with an 86 proof Horse Soldier. 86 proof Horse Soldier. Let's drink. Let's smoke this up. Here we go. Man, I'm starting to get chocolatey notes. A little bit of chocolatey notes are starting to come out. A little bit spicy, a little bit of chocolatey notes, and I'm getting almost a little bit of cedar wood. This is actually preferably, I'm going to say this, out of the 3 that we had so far, the beginning of this one comes second. Peppermint Winkle so far is last. With the sticks that we've had on the reviews, we've reviewed 3 sticks so far. In a span of a week, Opus X. You can go check out the Opus X review. The second one was Peppermint Winkle stick. And this one over here will be the third one. Arturo Fuentes, Don Carlos, Eye of the Shark. Smoke this up. It started to get a little bit of citrus note on here. Just a little citrus, but I don't know if that's this. We're gonna see. We're gonna pair this up. Here we go. I'm drinking Horse Soldier with Arturo Fuentes. Here we go. The pairing out here is phenomenal. I'm still getting a lot of bacon spices on here. And now I'm starting to get a little bit of extra stuff that I wasn't getting before. Is that good? It's always good. When you're doing a cigar, usually it does transform into something eventually. So when you start up your cigar, you're going to have certain notes. After that, after you start doing your stick, look at the construction. The construction is so good, man. That construction is undeniably amazing. And just start getting more higher and higher, closer to the top of the cap of the cigar. Usually is when you start getting really close to all those notes. Right now, so far, I'm getting really notes of that whiskey, cedar wood, and baking spices. Arturo Fuentes is huge with those baking spices. Most of the leaves just give you that strong hit. That's why most of the older men, if they can't find Cuban cigars, usually what they do is they go with Arturo Fuentes, yes? Arturo Fuente. All right, here we go. Let's try this out here. I'm starting to get a little bit of nut action, almost like walnuts. I'm starting to get a little bit of walnuts right now. Added on to that. I think the citrus is the whiskey. I think the citrus is the whiskey. There's no way. This doesn't have citrus though. So that's what I'm saying. This whiskey doesn't have citrus. Horse Soldier, again, let me just show you one more time. This Horse Soldier doesn't have citrus. It shouldn't have any citrus. Inexpensive, 87 proof whiskey. It's always good to get low proof whiskey when you're having a beautiful cigar. And this is a huge shout out to one of our members. Huge shout out to one of our members. His name is AM. AM, thank you so much for adding to the stream. He added to the stream, and I'm reviewing one of these cigars for many of you, and also for him. AM, thank you so much. Huge appreciation, AM. If you don't know AM, he's one of our ranches, he's one of our members, and he's been one of our OGs forever. So this is for him. Thank you, AM, for adding to the stream so we could do a beautiful stream on a Friday. A good Friday. Here we go. Oh, look at the construction. It is so perfect. This construction actually is better than, I think, all three of them. Better than Opus X. Construction is also better than Pappy. I think anything's better than Pappy Van Winkle Stick. Here we go. Let's try this out. Walnut. Strong amount of walnut I'm getting. Good amount of walnut. It's a lot of walnut I'm getting. Walnut, baking spices. And I'm starting to get a little bit of something. Can't officially tell you what it is right now because we're going to go straight into this whiskey. But so far, so good. That cigar is really, really good so far. Hit that like button if you like the stream so far. I'm going to say with this whiskey, it pairs nicely. Personally, I want something more. And I'm going to say, I think this whiskey might go with maybe a different kind of cigar. I don't tell you to buy just any whiskeys. So far right now, this pairing right now, it's okay. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy with this pairing. But if you have something fancy, if you have a fancy stick, hard to find stick, you want to pair with something good. So now that we have this, we're going to be pairing it with something different. Something that's a little bit phenomenal, right? We're going to pair with something phenomenal. And it's good that I did that one first, because now I got that out of the way. And here we go. Look at the construction. Dang. Real good construction. So far, really good, like it. Walnuts, cedar wood. I'm going to say I have a little bit of, I'm starting to get a little bit of citrus, but I can't really say it's citrus. I'm starting to get a heavy amount of walnuts. I didn't get that at the beginning. It's like walnuts. It has like a bitterness of that walnut. You can tell it's walnuts. And then just again, baking spices. Here we go. Let's go again. Oof. That's really nice. That's a good smoke, man. That's a good smoke. Man, that's a good smoke. Okay, here we go. Let's drink this up. This whiskey, it adds a little bit of character to this. It makes it a little bit, it doesn't even make it sweeter. There's no sweetness on here. I'm just going to tell you right now. No sweetness on this cigar. But you do get a little bit of sweetness on the whiskey. So if you want sweetness on the cigar, I would recommend you to get the sweeter whiskey to pair it with this. I'm going to say ahead of time, you're not going to get anything sweet right now currently on this stick. It's manly, it's masculine. It's everything you want in a cigar to be full, almost like a full punch of a real cigar. This is really, really good, and there's no sweetness. The other day we had some coconut in one of the sticks. I don't remember which stick it was, This one has really almost the opposite of that. And it's getting so heavy now because I'm drinking this, but it's really good. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Man, that's nice. Honestly, I said that cigar. If I find more of those cigars, I'm gonna have to add it on. I'm gonna have to add it on my list. So far, this is really what you want in a cigar. In a stick, this is everything really you want. Something a little bit easier to find than the Opus X. This might be about as hard to find as the Opus X. Let me just say that. A little bit hard to find compared to the Opus X. It might even be harder, depending on your state. This might even be harder to find. Might be even harder to find. Maybe, okay? In the chat room, don't forget for anybody watching, don't forget to be part of the chat room. Enjoy the chat room. It's Friday. It's Good Friday. Most of the ladies in the chat room good. Here we go. Walnut, cedarwood, bacon spices, and I'm getting a little bit. I'm not gonna say chocolate right now. I'm not gonna say, but it's getting to the point that it's getting like that. But my cheeks, they're spiced up. My cheeks are spiced up every time that I'm just taking this in. A little bit over spiced. That's good though. That's good. Got this bug. Got toasted. Okay, we're gonna open up. We're gonna open up one of the popular ones. This is one of the more popular ones. I want to add some sweetness to this cigar, to this stick. Expensive, hard to find stick, right? So we're gonna do the Michter'S limited release. This is a toasted barrel finish, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and this is a low proofer also. I want to stick to low proof bourbons and whiskeys. This is sitting at 91.4 proof. It's sitting at a low proof. I'm gonna show you the back. This is not your average Michter'S. It's not your average Michter'S, okay? It's not your average Michter'S. This is a limited release. So here we go. Let's pop this open. And here we go. This is an expensive whiskey for some of you. Secondary price about $300, $250. Here we go. Let's nose this one out. Dynamite, dynamite, dynamite. Oof. This is the sweetness that I need. Michter'S toasted barrel finish. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. One more time here, and then we're going to go with the whiskey. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Cheers, all of you. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Really nice. Really nice. Matter of fact, I think I'm getting a little bit of chocolate. I think I'm getting a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of chocolate. And for some of you, let me just show you. Let me just show you. So at the stores you can get the regular, these regular Arturo Fuentes, right? You can get the regular ones. You get the regular ones at the stores. Remember, most of these Arturo Fuentes, they do have good amount of spice. If you do not like spice, I'm going to tell you, stick away from this. If you're new into smoking sticks, this is a company that you might not want to touch. You might touch this and it might be too spicy, it might be too peppery, it might be too much full impact for some of you. If you get into this, it's a hobby, right? This is a hobby. Again, this is a very hard to find stick. Look at that. Still stays strong. Look at the construction. Still stays strong. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. This is insanely good. Insanely good. I think that's the best. That's the best in the line. There's nothing better in the line. Arturo Fuentes. There's nothing better on Arturo Fuente. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Let's pair this up with this beautiful, beautiful whiskey. That's the perfect. That is what I need. You got the sweetness on here. You got a good vanilla caramel on here. This is insanely insane. Now this, my ladies, this, my friends, that is that. Now that is good. I'm gonna say that is really, that is officially, that is really, really good. The mix that I just had just now. By the way, this whiskey is really phenomenal. Oh man, what a mix! What a mix, man. Okay, here we go. Now we gotta go with the stick. I'm gonna let this ride. I'm gonna let this ride. Okay, I'm gonna let this ride. This that is ridiculous. I'm starting to find almost like a double nut. It sounds wrong, but I'm starting to find like a double nut on here so far. It's over here officially. I'm gonna say this. It's really, really nice. I'm getting some chocolatey notes now. I wasn't getting that before. Chocolatey notes. And again, we're officially doing Michter'S limited release. Walnuts is what I'm getting. Walnuts. And I'm getting maybe like a walnut and there's a black nut. I forgot what it's called. Maybe it's hazelnut, but I'm pretty sure it's a black nut. It's a black nut with the white inside. I forgot what it's called. Give me a little bit of something like that. A little bit of chocolate. Spices is still full on. Spices is still full on. I'm going to say this. This is getting to the point that I'm going to have to take off the label eventually. Looks really, really good. Incredible. 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 Beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful construction. Again, Arturo Fuentes. Don Carlos. Beautiful Don Carlos. And if you ever go to the stores, all you have to ask them is, do they have the eye of the shark? That is officially what it is, the eye of the shark. Make sure to ask. If you ever go to the store, do they have the eye of the shark? This beautiful thing. Beautiful construction, the eye of the shark. Look at that. You could tell it's so good. Look at that. See this? It doesn't even come off. Beautiful. So far, chocolate. Chocolate. A little bit of citrus. I'm getting a little bit of citrus now. Officially, just a tad bit of citrus. A little bit of citrus. A little bit of chocolate. Baking spices is still there. Baking spices is still there. Strong baking spices. Okay, here we go. The cedar wood is still there, still strong. Everything you want in a cigar, this really has it. This is a beautiful, beautiful masterpiece. I'm going to just start saying it now. That's a beautiful masterpiece. And with a good whiskey, definitely something you need. So here we go. Let's try this out. Michter'S. That mix, that mix, that mix is undeniable. That mix, honestly, I'm getting citrus now. I'm getting citrus now. Honestly, that mix is ridiculous. This mix that we have going on, it's really, really ridiculous. I'm getting citrus. The whiskey is giving me some nice creamy vanilla. Also, the cigar is giving me those spices. This bourbon doesn't have spices like that. It's blending perfectly. It's blending perfectly. This bourbon doesn't have the spices. This cigar has the spices. Here we go. Let's drink this up. What a well done cigar. Honestly, you guys know, you guys know that when I say it's good, it's good. This is, honestly, I'm going to say this. I want to see how the end is. Now, depending on what kind of money you want to spend, the Opus X, personally, the beginning of the Opus X is really nice. The beginning of it, it's nice in the Opus X. Compared to this, I personally would tell you, right now, so far, this staying strong and it's getting really nice. I really like this a lot. Nothing is changing. It's just unbelievable. Let's get a bigger puff. That is honestly that the best you can get from Arturo Fuentes right there. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal, man. And I am getting a little bit of citrus actually. I'm getting a little bit of citrus on this stick. I can't say it's just this. This over here has a little bit of citrus. Let's go with this Mid-cigar limited release. This is so good that we're gonna have to pour more. This is so good. This is so good that I had to pour more. And for all of you watching, yes, I am officially standing up. Usually with a cigar, you want to sit down. With a stick, you want to sit down. Look at this. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Look at that. Now, I'm not going to show off and let it ride all the way, but that is remarkably good construction. Hell of a. Okay, let's do this one more time. Here we go. Incredible. I'm getting a lot of chocolatey notes now. A ton of chocolate notes. It's getting stronger now. Dark chocolate. I'm starting to get a little bit dark chocolate on here. Before it was just chocolate. Now I'm getting dark chocolate. Baking spices. The cedar wood is playing not too well right now. It's in the back. Now I'm going to say this. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. So that I don't get the buildup of this, okay, I do recommend many of you tap this, okay, so we can let this go all the way if you want to. The construction on this is so good that I could take it all the way down. That's how you know when a cigar is really good. You can honestly take it all the way down. So what I'm going to do and what I recommend a lot of you to do, don't try to show off. What you want to do is you want to get all those full notes. What you're going to do is you're going to tap it on the side, okay? Here we go. Just tap it. You don't even have to. You don't even have to do anything. Just tap it. Here we go. There we go. And it's off. You can just ring it around like that. Good. There you go. That's how easy that is, you see? That's how easy that is. Just tap it off. This is really phenomenal. When you tap it off, you're going to have to go again. Make sure it doesn't get unlit. It's nice. Oof. Oh, it's spicy. This is spicy now. It's getting spicier. Oh, wow. Over here at $20 super chat. $20 super chat from... Over here, shout-outs too. Hey, look at this. Shout-outs, by the way, happy Good Friday for all of you. April Neal with a $20 super chat says, wifey, happy late birthday. I hope you had a fun time celebrating. She loves you. Donde está el chingón? Donde está el chingón? Shout-outs to Farm Kitty. This week it was a lot of people's birthday. Ira Soto this week. A Farm Kitty this week. I don't even know when anybody else's, but I think there's like 2 more birthdays this month. For all of you, let me know when your birthday is this month. We can officially celebrate it. Thank you so much, April Neal and Farm Kitty, for always being a part of the stream. Thank you so much for all the ladies that are always here. Huge appreciation to all the ladies and all the men also, all the men that are always here. Huge appreciation to all the men. Huge appreciation to all the men. April Neal, thank you so much, April Neal. Huge appreciation. Today's Friday. I know a lot of people are doing things, a lot of things probably with family on Friday. So I really appreciate all of you tuning in for this live stream and the review of this beautiful, beautiful stick. Honestly, this is really good, but it's getting stronger in that chocolate note. Not only is it getting stronger in the chocolate note, one thing that it's bothering me a little bit is the spices. The spices is really tuned up. It is really getting a little bit tuned up a lot. When I say tuned up, I mean like I'm getting almost right now. I'm getting black pepper, nutmeg, and almost a little bit of almost like not white pepper, but like black pepper, nutmeg, and there's another spice in there that I'm kind of tuning in that I'm like, man, it's very strong. If you're next to somebody that doesn't smoke cigars or doesn't know anything about this, they're probably gonna say it's really strong smell. What are you smoking? All it is Arturo Fuente, yes, Don Carlos. But when you go to the store, all you have to say is when you go to the store, say you're looking for the eye of the shark. They call us the eye of the shark. Eye of the shark. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to say this. This is actually the first time that I'm probably gonna nip this. It's getting strong. Not gonna lie. It's getting a little bit strong. I'm halfway in, and I'm gonna say it's getting really strong. Halfway in. It's getting pretty strong. It's getting pretty strong, I'm gonna tell you. It's getting pretty strong. I don't have any bitterness now of that chocolate that I had earlier. Now it's really dark chocolate, nutty, walnuts, and maybe another nut out there, but there's walnuts 100%. The cedar wood is it's not there much anymore. Mainly right now I'm playing with a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of walnut, a little bit of, always the other thing, spices, a lot of spices. So my recommendation for some of you, if you do get this cigar, just know it, if you get this stick, Just know it's always good to pair it up with a sweet, sweet whiskey, right? So we're doing this because this is actually, I don't think this was going to be as good as this one. This is going to be the best whiskey to put. This one's a standard whiskey, which you could buy at the store. Beautiful whiskey. Here we go. Let's drink this up. This pairing is so good. It also brings out that citrus. It brings out that citrus in this stick. Oh man, this is good. Okay, I'm gonna start to take off. I'm gonna start to take off the label pretty soon. I'm gonna start to take off the band pretty soon. Here we go, one more time. Oof. Ooh, man, oh man. What an excellent cigar. Let me go again. So far, good, good, good. There's going to be an aspect on this cigar right now on the half. Right when you're getting to the almost to the end. The chocolate is going to be it's going to start to get a little bit darker and darker. Dark chocolate. I personally don't like dark chocolate, only certain times. It's getting to the point that it's turning into a dark chocolate bomb with a little bit of spices. I'm also going to say maybe not even pepper. I'm going to start to say it's starting to turn into a chili bomb with chocolate. Chili bomb with chocolate. And a little bit of citrus to give it a little bit of sweetness, which is actually it helps out a lot. Really, 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 really nice. We're gonna take off the band. Okay, let's start taking off the band. Here we go. Oof. Oof. I want to put another whiskey on here, but I don't think there's going to be another whiskey that's going to be as good as that one. We're gonna do the OBSF. We're gonna pair it up with the OBSF now. Let me take one more puff. Oof. They got super strong. Super strong. Man, they got so strong. Oh, what a kick, man. That got so strong. What a kick, man. Holy crap. It's a heck of a kick. Let me tell you. That really turned up. Now that I'm getting to the half of it, wow. That is remarkable how it has changed. Full body. Wow. That's ridiculous. Now, one thing that I'm going to say, if you ever find a box press cigar, any stick that you get box pressed, they're very strong, okay? So if any of you need to avoid strong cigars, don't get any cigar or stick that has a box. You see this? Anything that has it's already boxed. Usually you get a lot of flavors, but most of the time, if you're new into sticks, those are the worst sometimes for you because they're very strong, very flavorful, and also they do have a lot of nicotine. So let's do this one more time. Let's let this settle down a little bit. You don't want to puff it up because it's hot. It's hot. You got to let it cool down a little bit. William, thank you so much, William, for the $5 super chat on this stream. William over here says, Happy Easter, Reaper fam. You know, Number one, thank you so much, William. Huge appreciation, William, and also for everybody watching. I know many people are probably with family today. If you're with family, it's cool to be watching. You don't have to type in the chat room. Enjoy your Friday. This is Easter. Happy Easter weekend, right? Happy Easter weekend. I know many people celebrate it, but even if you don't celebrate it, understand if you're in the chat room, enjoy the chat room and be a part of the stream by watching. For all of you watching, thank you so much, William. Shout out to William. Okay, I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to drink the Four Roses. That's such a good bourbon. That's such a good bourbon with this. Man, it's good. Okay, here we go. It's officially. Let's get this. Here we go. Oof. Oof. Staying consistent, which is good. I don't think there's going to be many other notes I'm going to find. I don't think there's going to be many other notes that I'm going to find so far on this stick. I'm going to say this stick already 10 out of 10. Out of all the sticks so far this week, this one has to come in one of the best sticks right now that you could probably, if you get lucky enough to find one of these. Very, very, very good. It's very hard to find, but if you do find it, should be about $30. Should be about $30 a stick. And it's not a huge stick, so don't expect it to be huge. But it is beautiful. We're gonna drink the old BSF. Man, you gotta have a full stomach. You cannot have this stick without eating something. If you officially think you a big dog, you're like, oh, you a big dog. You maybe weigh, I don't know, say you weigh 300 pounds or 250 pounds. You weigh 180. You're lean, mean, 180. Lean, mean, 190 pounds, right? Maybe 220, 215, 209. You think you're lean and mean. If you do not eat before doing this, it's going to knock you back. You have to eat. If you're having one of these Arturo Fuentes, okay, you have to eat. If you're gonna eat, if you're gonna rip up one of these Arturo Fuentes, you have to eat. You have to eat. I'm gonna tell you right now, you have to eat something before you have this. Very nice. Very nice. Masterpiece, is that a masterpiece? Yes, 100%. It's a masterpiece, 100%. 100% a masterpiece. Here we go. Let's drink a sip. By the way, huge shout out to April Neal with the super chat that she sent. Shout out to April Neal with the super chat she sent. Shout out to William with the super chat she sent. Thank you so much. Let me drink this up. Oof. Oof. It is a phenomenal mix. But now we're going to do OBSF. Again, OBSF, let me tell you notes. Has a little bit of mint, a little bit of apple, rye, clove, and you see over here, boom, boom, boom. Now, how is this going to compare good with these other ones compared to the other ones? I think on this one, what's really going to stand out to me on this one, I think a little bit of the apple. I think I'm going to find the apple on here, and it's going to go good with this cigar. Here we go. Let's try this out. Let's pour this up. Here we go. Now, what you want to do is drink a little bit of water. Drink a little bit of water if you think that stick is getting to you. Oof. That stick got really strong. Thank the Lord I can take it. Thank the Lord I can take it. Here we go. Let's see. Looks good. Here we go. Oof. Okay, here we go. We're gonna mix it now with this. It's Four Roses OBSF. Again, OBSF. You see it up here, OBSF. Man, that cigar is getting stronger. Uh oh. I think it's getting. I think it's getting really strong. Getting really strong. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Cheers to all of you. Oh, this is a good mix. It's a good mix. It's a good mix. It's a good mix. My mouth still has a leftover taste of the cigar, and it's going really good with this. I'm getting still that nutty note. This doesn't have any nuts in it, but if it did, it would pretty much taste really good. This doesn't have nutty notes, but this complements this very well. Nutty note with this, really good. Also, this has chocolate right now. On the second half, I mean, on the half of the cigar, you're getting chocolate on here, and over here, I don't have chocolate on here. So think of what I'm thinking of. My cheeks are a little bit spiced up with that rye that this has. It has a little bit of rye. This has baking spices. It's combined perfectly, and again, apple. This has apple. This has a little tad bit of citrus, but you almost can't find it because that chocolate note on here is overwhelming. It's getting almost like to the point that it's getting bitter, and that walnut is getting really to the point that it's getting really there. Again, apple note is sweetening up this whole experience. Really, really nice. The apple note is really, really nice. I'm going to say this. If you have this cigar, I would recommend putting at least one. You could use a Scotch whiskey on this one. That's full with fruits, stone fruits, something that has good stone fruits. You could use a burnt whiskey that has nice fruity notes, full body. Maybe you could use something that has full body of fruits. Right? Sometimes you have like darker cherries. Sometimes you have like this one has apples. Sometimes you have plums. Plums would go good with this. Sometimes you have a jammy note on some bourbons. Really good. Anything that has a little bit of fruits would go excellent with this. Really good. Okay, here we go. This is strong, man. This is getting real strong now. At the end of the finish line, it's getting real strong. Oof. Oof. What I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. So far, the construction's staying good. Staying good. I have a little bit over here. It came off with the this came off with a band. That's usually why I don't like to take off bands unless I have to, because it could mess up a cigar. But that is really strong. This is not a. I'm going to say this. This is not a cigar for a beginner. I'm going to say this right now. Not a cigar for a beginner. I don't recommend this for a beginner. This is for an enthusiast. This is for somebody that knows about cigars. This is for somebody that really likes cigars. You have to like cigars to like this. I'm going to tell you this. This is not for a rookie. If you're new into cigars, I'm going to say this again. This is not for a rookie. Let's drink this up. It can creep up on you. So let me explain to the rookies out there that are thinking they could smoke this up. If any of you aren't really good in cigars, maybe it's your first cigar, I can guarantee you're going to get sick. This is very, very strong. At the ending of this is very strong. So what happens if you don't have any experience with a little bit of nicotine, right? If you don't have experience with nicotine, if you don't have experience with cigars, what's going to happen when you first start smoking this up, it's going to be really good. As soon as you get a little bit close to maybe 1/3 of it, which is we're halfway. Once you get 1/3 of it, you're gonna start feeling like oof, it's hitting you. Now, what does it feel when you're getting hit with that strong nick and that tobacco? What it feels like, if you don't know what it is, you're just gonna have your head is gonna feel a little bit like you got air in it. Your head's gonna feel a little bit. You're gonna get a little bit dizzy, You're gonna feel like you're gonna want to sit down. Your blood pressure might go down, right? It might spike down if you're not used to any of these. That's why you always have to have something with sugar on the side. If you haven't eaten anything, for example, if I didn't eat anything, I think you'd probably feel it already. But I smoke so many cigars, to me, it doesn't really bother me. But you have to eat something. If you eat something in your system, at least you have some protein in your belly that can help you out, right? And help level out your blood sugar levels. So, for anybody that's new into cigars, if you just started this week, last week, last month, a couple months ago, I personally would not recommend this to any of you. Any of you that are new into the hobby, don't get this cigar. You're going to be wasting $30 for something you're not going to appreciate. But again, I'm trying to be transparent for all of you so that you save some money. Let's smoke this up. I'm gonna knock this over here. Boom. I'm gonna relight it. Look at this. You see, this is another thing also. If you do that, you have the possibility to take out some parts of the cigar, which is not really that good, but it's okay. No big deal. We're just gonna light it up again. That's really good. That's really good. Shout out to all of you. That's really, really, really good. That's really good. And here we go. We're going to pair it up with this Four Roses. Shout out to all of you. Oof. Oof. Wow, this is it. This is real man. Real manly. I'm gonna say this right now. It's real manly. And this is another reason why usually the older folks, elderlies, not the elderlies, but you know what I'm talking about. The seniors, yes, the seniors. They love Arturo Fuente cigar, the whole lineup. I'm getting a lot of bacon spices right now. As a matter of fact, the nutmeg is playing with that chocolate, and the bacon spices is still there, and it's full impact. It's getting closer to where I'm pulling out some of the smoke, so it's getting really, really strong. You can tell how beautiful it still looks. It looks really nice. You still got a little chip on here. It's just so strong. And it's so good. It's still 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. I think it's a masterpiece. Will I smoke it again? I would forever smoke this. Every time I see one, I'll try to get one. I'll try to load up my humidor with extra ones. You guys know already I have my whole line. So I have great cigars. But personally, I wouldn't do this for my own cigar. This is something that I probably wouldn't do for my own cigar. I don't want full amount of spices, right? it's getting to the point that it's a lot of spices. Maybe not the spices that you're thinking about, because I'm starting to actually pair it up with something that has rye spices. So maybe I can not say that. I'm just gonna say this has a lot of baking spices, and it's turning into almost. If I can explain to you the ending of this is turning into a chocolate with chili, chocolate with a little bit of chili. Okay, chocolate with a little bit of chili. It's a little bit. It's very strong, but it's a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. Really, really good. I think everybody in the neighborhood could probably smell it. That's how strong this is. Wow. Again, huge shout out to AM for this cigar. Huge shout out to AM. He's a sponsor of this stream. Also, April Neal, another sponsor of the stream. Thank you so much. Anybody that says Super Chance on here, but AM is a sponsor of this stream. And for him, I'm going to say, thank you, my brother. Thank you. One of our OGs. Oh, man. I'm going to say I need to calm down with this cigar. This cigar is really, really insane. Really insane. Whew, this thing is powerful now. Woof. I can't even sit down. Honestly, I can't even sit down. If I sit down, it's going to really hit me. You need some sugar. Okay, even if you're an enthusiast, try to have some sugar. My recommendation for a lot of you, have some coffee with this. Okay, the perfect thing with this would be coffee. Okay, so for any of you, if you have ever a strong, very strong, say you have a Cuban cigar, if you have a very strong cigar that you know is very, very strong, I'm telling you ahead of time, this is getting very strong now. It's getting to the point that I need to take out my coffee. Honestly speaking, I need to put these whiskeys away, and I need to do some coffee with this. You need to have some coffee with a little bit of sugar in it. Okay, make sure to have your sugar so that your blood level doesn't go spiking down. I'm going to just say this. Outstanding masterpiece of a masterpiece. Huge props to what they have done with this. This is an amazing thing. It's by far the best Arturo Fuente cigar out there. And again, if you are pairing it with the best whiskeys, I'm going to say, if you pair this up with something that has fruits, you could use scotch, you could use a bourbon, you could use rye if you want to that has a little bit of fruits. Pair this up. The best would be to pair it up with something with fruits. I'm going to say this. Unbelievable this whiskey, right? Michter'S limited release toasted barrel finish. Amazing, fantastic, tastes amazing, and it pairs amazing with this cigar. But I'm gonna have to say right now, currently, right now, the winning whiskey on the stream right now is OBSF. This is officially the best mix right now that I have on the screen. Huge shout outs to Satisfied in the chat room. Now we have the autograph over here. Beautiful autograph of the owner. One of the owners of Horse Soldier. Now this one comes in the last place, but you can still use this with this cigar. Remember, when you get to the end of the stick, you don't want to have a high proof whiskey. My recommendation with this stick, do have something that has 87 proof. This one has 87 proof, low proof whiskey. This is straight bourbon whiskey, about $40 some. This is the regular one. I do recommend you to get the regular one. If you want to get a good Horse Soldier, this is one of the best ones to get. It's inexpensive, about $40. The next one that's better is the one that's about $90. The barrel strength, which is amazing. One of my favorites in the line. I don't recommend you to get the small batch. This is not a small batch. The small batch is about $60. You can skip that one. Now the small batch does have honey. But I would recommend definitely for all of you to skip that one. And for some of you, It has, it's not gold, okay? It's like a nickel color. It's like a copper color, okay? Copper color. This is my empty bottle. This is my empty bottle. It's like a copper color. So know the difference. Know the difference. This is not gold. It's like a copper color, okay? Copper. Get yourself one of them. Really good. Don't get the small batch. The small batch the small batch is like gold. So here's the difference for some of your eyes. This is gold. You see? This is gold. Don't get the gold. I had the gold, and I don't even know where the bottle is. But I don't recommend the small batch. This is the one. This is the one to get. Okay, same color. You see it? Same color. Beautiful. Same color. Again, that one's last place. That one's last place. And I'm personally going to say this. I'm honestly going to say this. I'm going to have to tell you that this review is 10 out of 10 is amazing. I really like everything that I've done on this stream. Again, we're using beautiful cutters on here, beautiful cutters. If you're probably asking, what torch am I using? I'm using just a regular torch. Use a little torch that you can just torch it. Look at that small little flame, okay? If you're doing a hard to find cigar, make sure get yourself a torch that doesn't have a lot of heat. Last thing you want to do is overcharge. You don't want to overcharge your cigar at the beginning. You can ruin it at the beginning. You don't want to ruin the beginning stages of that virgin puff. And this is second place, the limited release. Phenomenal whiskey. Amazing whiskey. Amazing. We were having this when the cigar, it wasn't showing that I didn't detect any chocolate. Okay, I didn't detect any chocolate. I detected, when I was having this, I detected a little bit of that cedar wood, the baking spices, a little bit of citrus. And what else was I to take? Oh, the walnut, right? The walnut. And then when I got off this, or when I was finishing this, I was getting a little bit of chocolate. It was in the half end. So, again, really strong at the end. Really strong at the end, which is really nice. But it's very much not a beginner stick for any of you. Shout out to Jason K in the chat room. I'm going to take one more puff. That is undeniable. That is undeniably. Whoa. That just got so strong. Wow. It got real strong, man. Incredible. A masterpiece what they done over there. Wow. It got so strong. Holy Lord. Beautiful, beautiful cigar. Beautiful stick. For all of you watching, I'm going to say this. Today's Friday. I hope you guys are having a good time on a Friday and relaxing. The sun is going down. You can see the sun is going down in the back. Sun is going down. And I want to tell all of you, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Over here, somebody's from Italy. Shout outs to everybody watching around the world. Somebody's from Italy in the chat room. I don't know if they can find this in Italy. This definitely is probably not a stick you can find in Italy. Shout outs to anybody watching from Italy, England, the UK, Europe, Canada. Maybe you're living in Hawaii. Maybe you're living in Ireland, Japan. You're watching from Japan, Germany. If you're watching from Germany, if you're watching from Poland, if you're watching from Poland. Yes, anybody out here watching around the world. I'm going to say this. Mexico, Brazil, everywhere, right? Argentina, whether the country is Sweden, if you're watching from Sweden. Shout out to all the Finland, if you're watching from Finland. Shout out to all of you in Finland. Literally, I'm going to say this ahead of time. This cigar is no joke. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Really good. Masterpiece. The best you can get from Arturo, Fuente, and I'm going to say this, Satisfied. Shout out to Satisfied in the chat room. Yeah, even Argentina. I gotta give a shout out to even Argentina. You guys know I can't stand Argentina, but even Argentina. Yeah, Chile. Shout outs to Chile. If Chile is watching, huge shout outs to the people over there in London. London, shout outs to London, London. We have a lot of people watching from London. They rewatch these from London. London is one of the places that, for some of you don't know, they like to smoke a lot of sticks, a lot of cigars. Shout out to the USA. You guys already know I'm from the USA. And for all of you, let's keep on going with certain places out there. Anybody out there from Spain watching? Anybody out there from Spain? Huge shout outs to anybody out there from Spain. Over here, over here. Jason Kane says, Reaper, I see you. Nice setup. I scored a Jack Daniels 10 today for 100. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. Jason Kane in Florida. Last week was 2 weeks ago, or last week, I think it was last week. All of the stores got them, and I've been so busy that I wasn't able to pick any of the 10-year or the 14. So it's good that Jason Kane, you got the 10-year Jack Daniels. For some of you don't know, we're a whiskey channel. We do review whiskeys. And we cook a lot, right? We cook a lot. You can watch those on a weekly basis. Hit that like button if you haven't already. You can watch that on a weekly basis. I'll give you good recipes for food. Jason Kane today, my leftover food. If you want to see what I ate, it's on the community tab. So Jason Kane, I don't know if you know how to use a community tab. Do me a favor, Jason Kane, post something up. Post something up on the community tab. Post up a photo if you can in the community tab. You guys can post up the fixtures you want to the members, okay? Jason Kane, Edgar Romeo have been posting up his cigars, his sticks. Edgar has been posting up his sticks. Shout outs to Jason Kane. Post up your thing, my man. Post up your thing. Post up your setup. Post up whatever it is. Whiskey and stick or whiskey and food. But today I did post up what I ate yesterday. You guys can see that. For the people out there that don't believe, photos are a little bit different than videos. You get a little bit of closer. So right, satisfied? You get a little bit of closer look at what I'm eating in a 4K quality. Over here, Edgar Romeo. He says over here, Edgar Romeo. Rebeku, happy birthday, Morris. Happy birthday, Morris. And huge shout outs to Edgar Romeo, one of our greatest OGs. He is officially, he's been here with us from the start of, literally, he's been one of our OGs. There's a lot of OGs out here, and for a lot of you watching, you have to understand, we are changing up a little bit of formats. I'm trying to show you a little bit of cigars, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you guys get a good stick. Remember, my stick, I cannot put my stick on here. The only way you could be able to get my stick is if you send a donation on this stream. Nice little red super chat will get you that, but you have to be a member. You have to be a member, or you have to have a wrench. For all of you watching, Edgar Romeo loves the cigars. Huge shout out to Edgar Romeo, loves the cigars. Jason Kane, I hope he's had time to smoke them. I know a couple people out here have also. A lot of people have. And also, I'm going to say this, for Satisfied should be getting his batch next week. This week is Easter weekend, so I cannot be shipping out the gifts, but he should be getting it next week. Edgar Romeo, he shout out to Edgar Romeo. So Edgar Romeo, again, this is really a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece. It's very strong. It's actually getting really close. It's getting really close to me saying that this is almost like a full body. Again, Arturo Fuente. Eye of the shark. Whew, this is, I can't take another puff. Honestly, I'll be honest with all of you. Can't take another puff. I'm gonna have to drink coffee. And do the rest. So this is what you do. Okay, if you wanna use this again. Blow. Ladies, you know what it is. Blow in. So when you blow in, you should get all the smoke coming out. Okay, there's no smoke. That's good. There's no smoke. Now what you're going to do is, you're gonna swirl it on the corner. Here we go. There we go, swirl it. There you go, swirl it on the corner. There we go, swirl it on the corner. There we go, just swirl it on the corner. And you should officially be good. You should officially be good. Oof. Dang, that's insane. By the way, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. When Andrew shows up in the chat room, if Andrew shows up in the chat room, today is Easter. Good Friday. If Andrew shows up in the chat room, he's going to get a big surprise. He's going to get a big surprise. If he shows up in the chat room, Andrew will get a big surprise in the chat room. But the point of the matter is, Edgar Romeo, shout out to Edgar Romeo. Shout out to all of you. April, satisfied. All of you, today's a relaxing day. I'm not cooking. I already cooked. Feels amazing, doesn't it? Also, let me just say this. And this is for all of you, okay? This is for all of you. If you want to officially learn how to smoke a stick and buy a good stick, I want to be showing you a lot of sticks ahead of time. I'm going to show you a lot of sticks ahead of time. This will be the time for you to subscribe if you want. We're not going to do this every single day. We're not going to be doing these reviews every single day, but I will be doing reviews for all of you. I'm going to make sure to know that you know what to buy. If it's for your palate, you can buy it. I'll save you money. Also, not only save you money, I'm going to make sure that you know if it's a beginner cigar or if it's an expert, enthusiast kind of a cigar. This is a cigar that Arnold Schwarzenegger would be smoking. This is a very manly cigar. Again, I'm going to say it's a very manly cigar. I would recommend for any of you that smoke this, if you're even a whiskey enthusiast, sometimes putting whiskey aside and having coffee is the way to go. In the mornings, every single morning, I have my own cigar, right? I have my own cigar. You could be part of that feeling in the morning. All you have to do is send a red super chat on the stream, and you should be able to get that. But you have to be a member of Wrench. Point of the matter is, I do know next week, Satisfied, will be able to experience what I experience every morning. Use coffee. Make sure to have coffee that has a little bit of sugar so that you can officially know that, you know what, the cigars that I'm sending you, and for all of you, any cigar that you have, you want to have at least a little bit of sugar. Now, these whiskeys don't have sugar at all. They do not have sugar. So again, let me explain to you, 0% sugar on whiskeys. That's why people drink whiskey, because it doesn't get you fat like beer. It doesn't get you fat like maybe wine. If you drink a lot of wine, you're gonna get a little tummy. It has a little bit of sugar. That wine has a little bit of sugar. But if you're drinking other spirits out there, there's other spirits that go really good with cigars. Personally, on this cigar itself, I did say, get yourself you could get a good scotch that has fruit notes on there. You could also get a good bourbon whiskey that has fruit notes. My recommendation, that will be the best mix with this. High proof will not be the thing. You cannot have high proof with this cigar. If you want to have high proof, you're probably gonna have to sit down. You're gonna stay sitting out for probably 2 hours. And again, I'm gonna say this. Over here, somebody says in the chat room, Ruthless, good to see Ruthless. Now that one that he recommended, LFD, I've had it before. I've had literally almost everything. I'm trying to show a lot of stuff that people can have. I'm trying to show stuff that people, it's hard for them to buy. We did Opus this week, and now we did this Eye of the Shark. We did this Eye of the Shark today. And for some of you, beautiful label. You could just see, there you go, Don Carlos, Eye of the Shark. Beautiful. This is not a beginner cigar. I'm going to say it's not a beginner. Now, this is the perfect cigar for like the afternoon. I'm going to say this. In the afternoon, you just finished working in the morning. You want a good coffee, an espresso, a good coffee that has a little bit of something. This is really good. I would personally stay away from having this in the early morning. But if I had a whole box of that, maybe in the morning, that I made like 10K the day before, yes, maybe that. Maybe I'll do it in the morning. But definitely for some of you, know the levels that you're in, right? Know the levels that you're in. And over here, let me read the chat room in case somebody out here had said something. Can the coffee be from Starbucks? Hell no, it can't be from Starbucks. You crazy? April Neal, the question: can the coffee be from Starbucks? No, no, no. Can't be from Starbucks. That's a no-brainer moment. You're gonna turn feminine overnight, unless you're a woman. Unless you're a woman already smoking this cigar. I don't recommend any woman to smoke this cigar. I'm gonna say this again, ladies. If you want some testosterone, you smoke this up. I know many ladies in the chat room don't want testosterone. They want to keep that estrogen, okay? And over here, somebody said Alec Bile. Oof, god dang. Dang, throw that garbage out. Somebody said, I saw that comment. Somebody said, oh, throw that garbage out. Throw that junk out. Another one that's not good. I would recommend you just to be careful with certain companies out there. But we'll talk about it. I'll show you the companies not to get. We're also do some bad. We're gonna do some bad cigars also. Gurkha has some bad ones. I don't want to spend the money. Some Gurkhas are. Some Gurkhas taste like cardboard. Cardboard, yes. Hemingway. Somebody said Hemingway. Hemingway is. The Arturo Fuentes, they have a Hemingway. There's, I believe, if I'm correct, which usually I am, there's two different Hemingways. There's one that has a Habano wrapper, and the other one has a Cameroon wrapper. I personally don't recommend for some of you that are kind of new. Don't get the Cameroon wrapper one. If you don't know the difference, I'll tell you the difference eventually. But if just the easy way to know, the Cameroon wrapper has on the wrapper of the cigar. Just looking at the cigar, has like bumps. You're gonna see bumps on the wrapper. If you see bumps on the wrapper, if you're new into cigars and you see one that says Arturo Fuente Hemingway, make sure it has no bumps on it. Now, what kind of bumps? Looks like chicken pox. Looks like chicken pox. Looks like chicken pox. Over here in the chat room. Over here, the Arturo comes with a 5 o'clock shadow. Yes. Somebody out here, don't know who it was, says some Dr. Pepper. You know what? Some Dr. Pepper is really good. If you're doing a cocktail, cocktails are usually good, or a mix of a drink is usually good. As long as you have a little bit of sweetness, it usually helps out the levels for you. I do recommend coffee. Coffee, oof. Now, I don't recommend, if some of you out here are going to drink coffee that's black, I don't even know how, what's this guy, Andrew Tate? I don't know how Andrew Tate does black coffee with a cigar. I honestly don't know how he does it. I think that's what he does. I think Andrew Tate, if you guys don't know that guy, he's from Romania. He lives in Romania. He does black coffee, literally no sugar, just coffee and water. Black coffee with his cigars, and most of his cigars are pretty heavy. Most of his cigars are pretty heavy. He has most of the Cubans. He pays the top dollar for the Cubans. Over here, somebody said over here in the chat room. Jason Kane. I used to buy in between the lines, Arturo, but $20 for a 30-minute smoke, I had to stop. Okay, Jason Kane, it's understandable what you're saying. 100%. So this is what I'm gonna explain. If some of you are into, if you get into this hobby, it's a good hobby. It's a fun hobby. But you know your limits, right? Know your limits. If you're going to be buying something like this, it's $30, right? $30. You have to have the money. You have to know that this is not going to be something you're going to smoke every day. Especially there's enthusiasts out there that they don't give a damn. They just spend the money, right? They spend the money. If you're spending $30 for a stick, you have to know that you have a lot of money, right? You shouldn't care about the money. But over time, you start to notice, wait a minute, I'm spending $30 a stick. $30 a stick. It adds up. Which you could get three sticks, right? You could get 3 sticks for $30. Decent sticks. And even for $15 you get a pretty good one. There's some Padrones out there that are pretty good. But again, I'm just gonna say this: $30 a stick. What Jason Kane said in the chat room, it's understandable. It's understandable. You start to realize it's like wine. I don't like buying expensive wine, right? We buy some good ones on here, but most of them I try to get under 100. The wines out here trying to get under 100, something that's gonna beat something that's $100 wine, right? If you're spending $300 on a wine, it's almost the same feeling. If you're buying a wine that's $300 every single time, every other day, it adds up, and you start saying, "Well, why am I buying this? I'd rather buy a $50 or $50 or $40 wine instead of a $300." And that gets to you with these cigars too. In the chat room, let me look in the chat room. Somebody says in the chat room. Somebody says in the chat. Let me see. Over here, Jesse Hernandez. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream, Jesse Hernandez. Huge shout out to Jesse Hernandez. All of you out here having a good time in the chat. That's good. I just hope some of you understand. Cigars are very, very, very. You have to know your palate. Again, I'm gonna say this: you have to know your palate. My own cigars. They're strictly to my palate. To my palate. So again, you have to know your palate. There's some people out here, not in the chat room, but in general, there's some people that like infused, right? They like infused cigars. What does that mean? There's cigars out there that have a little bit of a finish. They infuse a wrapper, right? There's a lot of people that like those infused cigars. I'll show you how to infuse your own cigar one day. When we do a stream, I'll make sure that you guys learn how to do it. It's very easy. You need a Tupperware, you need a little thing, and whatever drink that you wanted to get infused. Any spirits, I would recommend cognac, whiskey, or tequila. Cognac, whiskey, or tequila. I'll show you eventually how to do it. And if you think it's rolling it like Arnold Schwarzenegger does, Arnold Schwarzenegger rolls his cigars in tequila. That's not the way. That's a crummy way. That's a crummy way to do it. That's the way to say, you know what, get in the chopper and get the hell out of here. Just ruin the cigar. In the chat room. Let me look in the chat real quick. Okay, so for all of you guys having a good time. Okay, let me just say this. I kind of want to have some coffee. I want to finish this up. Personally, I'm going to say this. This is a great experience for a lot of you. Learn about some of the cigars. Maybe eventually I might do some of these. I might review some of these eventually for you there's a bunch of other cigars that I've done. Maybe I'll start reviewing some of them. All of them for you, okay? All of them for you. But we're already on the third cigar in the review, and I think so far for some of you men like it. And that's what matters. I got to switch it up every now and then. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and enjoyed. Again, this is a classic, the best out of the best that comes in this line. And for some of you, you already heard what I said. I personally think this is a 10 out of 10. This is a great stick. And huge shout outs to AM for sending me this stick and making this stream and review happen. Huge shout outs to AM. Also, huge shout outs to Jason Kane. Huge shout outs to Edgar Romeo, April O'Neil on the stream. William, we're officially on the stream about $70 in. $70 in 90 minutes. $70 in 90 minutes. And I think that's really good, okay? For a Friday, I appreciate every time that you guys send something. I understand that yesterday there was a little bit of issue in the chat room, and it's understandable. There's a misconception. There's a misconception usually in chats. Some people in chats usually have misconceptions of what to do. If you have a wrench, easy. All you have to do is ignore any bad comments. That's what happens. Remember, we get more people showing up. That's just going to happen. That is the truth of YouTube. I always get bad comments in the short videos and the videos in general. Throughout the day, I get a bunch of comments on. You do not. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. For any of my wrenches, You don't give it the time of day. Don't give it attention. That's just usually how it is. I'm a real YouTuber, so I know what a feeling of sometimes getting a bad comment, of doing a good video, right? You don't delete the bad comment. They're putting the energy to actually say something. Sometimes if the music's too loud, they're trying to put some negative energy to say that how bad the music is when it really is. The level of the music has to go a little bit lower. It's understandable. You could just do it in the next video. Not every negative comment is a negative comment. Remember that. If you ever start a YouTube channel, not every negative comment is a non-negative comment. Everybody's different. You have to understand. And again, for all of my wrenches, remember this. No racism in the chat room. No racism in the chat room. I mean, oof. I do talk about Argentina sometimes. Oof. Argentinian food is amazing, really good. No racism in the chat room. And again, if there's any type of if there's anything huge in the chat room, that's when you start banning and timing people out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this. This is an adult stream, okay? I'm not here to babysit. And for the lot of you watching, I hope you really, really enjoy the chat room. I want to make it a friendly chat room. And if there is a battle, if there is drama, let it happen. If there's drama, let it happen. That's what it is. YouTube is YouTube, chat room is chat room. That's what it is. I am the leader. I am the man of the chat room. And I am the reaper. And for all of you watching, I'm going to say this. We've had an excellent stream. Huge shout outs to all of you. You guys are amazing. Huge shout outs to all of you. And for a lot of you watching, I'm just going to say this. We will review this fully. I didn't want to review it today. We will review this fully. Michter'S limited release, toasted barrel finish. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, hard to find. Toasted barrel finish. We will review this one next week officially. We'll do the final full review of this one. I didn't want to review this on here. I wanted to make sure that you know what? Sometimes expensive whiskey doesn't really mean, but it's the best pairing with your stick, with your cigar. This was about $50, and this was an amazing pairing with this. Which whiskey's better? The best whiskey on the stream is this one. But it doesn't mean that just because it's the best whiskey on the stream, it's going to pair perfect with the cigar. Again, know the difference, okay? Just because you're buying a $300 whiskey, $400, $500, $600, it doesn't mean that officially it's going to be pairing perfectly with any cigar that you buy. It doesn't matter if your cigar costs $100, $50, $80. It doesn't matter. What matters is the pairing. You got to do and figure out the right pairing. And this pairing over here paired beautifully with a $45 OBSF, Four Roses single barrel, one of the newest batches in the Four Roses line. A little bit limited run. You should definitely try to be able to get this. And I'm going to say this, a hell of a whiskey drinking this by itself. But this didn't stand up to the spices. I think the cigar overpowered this big time. Only thing that I can say, this is a great whiskey. Just because I say this doesn't go good with this cigar doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy it and have it yourself. We have a member message in the chat room. Mark. Official. Mark. I'm going to say this. Mark, welcome to the membership club. For all of you watching, Mark, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. Mark, member for 2 months. Thank you so much, Mark. Mark. Don't forget, if you need to say anything in the chat room, say whatever you want to in the chat room. I'll read it up, Mark. Mark, thank you so much. I do know a lot of you. Really want to get into cigars, and maybe some of you are into cigars. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody in the whiskey community doing this. There's nobody in the whiskey community actually cooking up food. There's nobody that's real in the whiskey community that I can see when it comes to food, cigars, and a lot of other things, fragrances. So for some of you, this is really all around men's fashion, men's channel, men's drinking, men's food. And for the ladies, you could also enjoy the amenities. Did I say that right? You can also enjoy the time, enjoy the live. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much for stopping in and being a member for 2 months. Huge appreciation. So for all of you, let me say this: I'm gonna end the stream very soon. I just want to say this over here: no whiskey for me today, just some beers. I'm gonna say it to me. Oof! You know what beer is gonna be good with this? Now that he said that, Mark, shout out to Mark being a member for 2 months. if you're into beers, this right here would go perfectly with a stout. A stout beer. If you're ever into stout or an imperial beer, a Russian imperial stout would be good with this one. Really, really good with this one. There's a beer from there's a beer from Poland. Okay, it's a porter. It's a porter, I believe. I think it's called a porter beer. It's a strong chocolate. I don't know the name of the beer, but if you ever get a beer with this one cigar, I would recommend definitely something that has almost like a maple syrup, almost like a strong chocolate note, because it will pair good with this. A sweet vanilla on there on the beer. And anything that has vanilla, chocolate, anything that has a vanilla chocolate creaminess, maybe if it has nut on it, would be good too. It would pair really good with this. Definitely. So for all of you watching, oof. This is a stream, baby. This is a stream for all of you watching. This is a stream. You guys are amazing. And by the way, I'm going to put this over here. Before I even show, this is, this is La Aroma de Cuba. La Aroma de Cuba. This is almost like a dog. This is a dog bowl, basically. Beautiful. You could buy one of these online if you want to. I bought this one at the store a long time ago, and it's a beautiful ashtray. Beautiful ashtray. You can have friends over, and they can all be putting their cigars here. It's a beautiful ashtray. Get yourself a good ashtray. I would personally recommend for some of you, get yourself just a glass ashtray. Get yourself a good cutter. And never forget to get a good torch. Doesn't have to be this. You guys see the torches that I show you guys. I wanted to bring that out. But anyways, for all of you, hey, I think we had a good time. I enjoyed all of you enjoying the stream today on a Good Friday. Happy Easter for all of you. If I don't see you tomorrow, but we will be back. We will be back tomorrow. Over here, somebody says my favorite beer it's a Russian River Brewery beer. It's pretty good. Some of those beers are really full bodied and really good. For all of you watching, I'm going to say is thank you for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and you want to learn more. We're going to be cooking tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be cooking something up. What am I going to be cooking? Oof, I kind of want some pork chops. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing some pork chops for all of you watching. Ripper Crew, you know what time it is. We're #1. Thank you for tuning in. Shout outs to the USA. I'm from the USA, so we got to give a shout out to the USA. Shout out to USA, U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force with the F-47, and shout outs to, yes, Space Force battling the aliens over there on the moon. For all of you watching, this has been a fantastic stream. I hope you enjoy the stream. Huge shout outs to Satisfy. He's going to be getting some cigars next week. If you want to be able to get any cigars, remember, don't forget, Red Super Chat. You have to be a member or a ranch, and that's how you get them. So next week, Satisfy. You get also somebody else is going to be getting some cigars. And for all of you, you guys are amazing. Huge shout outs to April in the chat room. Farm Kitty. I see you, Farm Kitty. And also, all of you men, I hope you enjoyed this whole stream. Calm stream and enjoying stream. I'm going to finish this up with a little bit of coffee. You guys from Edgar Romeo, there's Edgar Romeo. I'll see you all soon. Jason Kane, shout outs to Jason Kane. Shout outs to all of you in the chat room. Mark. Everybody in the chat room. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to get your membership. If you don't know how to get your membership, let me explain to you how. In the details of this video, you can click the link. If you know how to click the link, look in the chat room. In the chat room, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin where you can get that membership. Once you get that membership, when these things go private, when these things go members only, you're going to be able to rewatch that. So for all of you, they're in the chat room. You can click that link. It takes you on YouTube, and you could be a member for this chat room. Jack is a member. Good to see Jack in the chat room. And also, don't forget, you can use emojis. Get that link. Hit that link. Get that membership after this live stream, and you'll be able to rewatch a lot of our streams. You guys are amazing. Officially. Jason Kane, all of you. Hope you have a great Easter weekend if I don't see you this weekend. But I will be definitely back. For all of you watching, you guys are amazing. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to the Reaper crew. We're holding it strong. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let's hit those like buttons. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next one. For all of you watching short videos, check out those short videos. I posted up a couple of short videos. One more short video is coming up. In an hour, I will be posting up one more short video. Short video. Also, Jason Kane posted up in that community tab, posted up a photo, Edgar Romeo. There you go. I'll see you all soon on the next one, Edgar Romeo. I see you, Edgar Romeo. I'll see you all soon next one. What a stream. Reaper, officially signing out.